Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window on this beautiful July 1st. And happy July, everyone. Boy, it sure felt like it out there today with temperatures primarily in the mid-80s. A few clouds, once again, fair weather clouds, but all in all, as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley, a beautiful one, but our weather going downhill as we get you into the upcoming weekend. Tomorrow looks nice for about 80% of the day, and then we'll see increasing clouds and maybe some thunderstorms Saturday night. Thunderstorms likely on Sunday and cooler, and boy, by the 4th of July, we could see some showers, maybe some breezy conditions. High temperatures only between 65 and 75. Also, those thunderstorms this weekend, be very, very aware of the sky if you're outside, especially on Sunday here in north central Washington. We could see heavy rain, local flash flooding, and there is a flash flood watch now in effect for both Chelan and Okanogan County. And we'll have more weather for you coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. Firefighters in Chelan and Douglas counties continue to respond to illegal burn reports this week, despite burn bans in place in both counties. Coulee Medical Center began reopening its facilities and bringing long-term patients back to the Grand Coulee Hospital today. And if you enjoy fireworks, your best option for the 4th of July weekend is likely to be a community show. But first, our top story tonight, the Washington State Patrol continues to search for a hit-and-run suspect after a vehicle struck a pedestrian this week in Grand County, leaving the 14-year-old boy seriously injured. The State Patrol said the hit and run happened about 3:50 a.m. Wednesday. That was on Highway 243 near Desert Air. The older model silver Chevrolet Cavalier fled southbound after hitting the teen, who was then taken to Cadlick Regional Medical Center in Richland with severe injuries. The State Patrol said the front and passenger side mirror of the vehicle was damaged. Anyone with information is asked to contact the State Patrol, and that phone number is 509-925-2698. Firefighters in Chelan and Douglas counties continue to respond to illegal burn reports this week, despite burn bans in place in both counties. Early Wednesday afternoon, Douglas County Fire District 2 and Chelan County Fire District 1 extinguished a small brush fire set by someone burning tumbleweeds in the Spanish Castle area near Rock Island. Just before midnight, firefighters responded to a homeless camp fire beneath the Cloverleaf off Highway 28 in East Wenatchee, and earlier an illegal burn off Nelson Siding Road south of Rock Island. Those were 3 of 6 illegal burns reported in the past 2 days in the 2 counties. Coulee Medical Center began reopening its facilities and bringing long-term patients back to the Grand Coulee Hospital today, 3 days after an odor sickened 3 lab workers. The medical center said the State Department of Health, Department of Ecology, and other consultants were unable to find any hazardous substances in the building. The medical center was evacuated on Tuesday after the 3 workers became ill from an unidentified odor. All 3 were treated and sent home. 8 long-term care patients and 5 acute care patients were reportedly taken to other hospitals in the region. This morning, the medical center said the walk-in clinic and emergency room reopened today, and family practice clinics will reopen on Tuesday. The lab area remains closed for now, and lab services will be available only through the emergency department. Well, if you enjoy fireworks, your best option for the 4th of July weekend is likely to be a community show. Personal fireworks are banned in Chelan and Douglas counties, as well as most of the towns in those 2 counties. One exception for the final time is East Wenatchee. An ordinance banning personal fireworks was passed by the East Wenatchee City Council this year, but doesn't go into effect until next year. So, legal fireworks can be lit off in East Wenatchee between 1 p.m. and 11:50 p.m. on both Sunday and Monday. Community fireworks shows include Chelan on Sunday and Wenatchee and Manson on Monday, the 4th of July. This will be the first year of Moses Lake's ban on fireworks after being passed by the City Council last year. Well, when we come back, voting for Wenatchee School Board members will now be broken down into 4 districts and 1 at-large position. 4th of July weekend is traditionally a great opportunity to cool off in the waters of north central Washington, but because of colder than normal spring, rivers are running higher, faster, and much colder. If it seems like there are just a few more salmon in the Wenatchee River this year, it could be in part thanks to some youngsters. And for the 67th year, the Ponderosa 4-H Club is holding its 4th of July Chuck Wagon Pancake Breakfast fundraiser in Leavenworth. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Welcome back. In another news, voting for Wenatchee School Board members will now be broken down into 4 districts and 1 at-large position. Previously, all 5 seats on the board were elected at-large, meaning everyone in the district voted on all positions. The school board unanimously approved the district proposal this week in response to concerns about all at-large system being in violation of the state's voting rights laws. The board held a public hearing on the change June 14th and solicited comments on the proposal for almost most of June. Well, 4th of July weekend is traditionally a great opportunity to cool off in the waters of north central Washington, but because of a colder than normal spring, rivers are running higher and faster, and waters in both lakes and rivers is much colder. Sergeant Jason Reinfeld of Chelan County Emergency Management said people need to be cautious on the water. He said that means always wearing a personal flotation device and scouting the water you're getting into ahead of time so you don't find yourself in unforeseen rapids. Reinfeld said conditions on Lake Chelan can change rapidly, and what appears to be calm water can be much different if sudden winds come up. In just the past week, 2 kayakers have gone missing, one in the Little Wenatchee River and the other in Lake Chelan. Well, if it seems like there are just a few more salmon in the Wenatchee River this year, it could be in part thanks to some youngsters. Last weekend, as part of Kashmir's Founders Days, more than 50 families joined Cascade Fisheries in releasing salmon into the river. The fish came from the Yakima Nation's Fisheries Coho Reintroduction Program for the Wenatchee River. In addition to the fish releases, Cascade Fisheries offered salmon-themed activities, crafts, and a bilingual story time. And as we go to break, for the 67th year, the Ponderosa 4-H Club is holding its 4th of July Chuck Wagon Pancake Breakfast fundraiser in Leavenworth. The annual fundraiser is held to support youth and horses. The breakfast will include pancakes, sausage, and eggs, and will be held at Lions Club Park in Leavenworth Monday morning from 7 to 11. Tickets are available at Dan's Food Market in Leavenworth or at the event and are $8 for adults and $6 for kids 12 and under. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's features story, Grant County Sheriff Tom Jones officially signed off yesterday after 11 and a half years heading the department. Jones announced earlier this year he would not be seeking re-election and would be stepping down at the end of June.
Thank you for allowing me to share an amazing career with you all. Stay safe and watch each other's backs and take care of one another. And lastly, but most importantly, to my wife Sherry and my daughters Taylor and Marissa, you stood on the sidelines and been the biggest cheerleaders so that I could live my dream. You have all made me a better man, husband, and father. Thank you is not enough. I'm excited for our next chapter. I love you. Lastly, be humble and kind, and always keep God in your life. Godspeed. G21 Mac out of service.
Sheriff Tom Jones' law enforcement career started in his hometown of Salt Lake, Washington, with the Salt Lake Police Department in 1992 as a reserve officer. He was then hired full-time in 95. From there, he lateraled over to Grand County Sheriff's Office in 1997. He spent the last 25 years with Grand County Sheriff's Office, nearly 12 of those years as the elected sheriff. Sheriff Jones has held the following positions within the office: Deputy, Corporal, Patrol Sergeant, Drug Task Force Sergeant, and Sheriff. His extra duties included EVOC Instructor, Patrol Procedures Instructor, Honored Guard member, Field Training Officer. We want to thank you for your 30 years of dedicated and honorable service to the citizens of Grand County. You are a selfless servant that will be truly missed. Best of luck, Godspeed in your next journey. GT1 out of service, 1307.
All right, let's take a look now at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Friday was a great one. It's the weekend and a long weekend for most of us anyway. And what a start to it today. Just fantastic weather. A few fair weather cumulus clouds out there as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Beautiful temperature, 87 out there unofficially this afternoon. 83 is about where we should be for this time of year. And I was wrong yesterday. Our record high wasn't from last year. It was 1987 with 101 degrees. We started off on the warm side once again this morning at 61. Our normal's 58 and our record is 48 set in 1979. Sunrise 5:08 this morning and sets just after 9 o'clock tonight at 9:01. Taking a look at your Saturday temperatures. I'm telling you folks, if you have outdoor plans this holiday weekend, do them tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful one. Low 90s, Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy, right at the 90-degree mark in Wenatchee. 90 for Cashmere, even Lake Wenatchee, beautiful spot to head to tomorrow at 82. And Lake Chelan will be busy tomorrow. High temperature there is going to be 90 degrees. Things are changing, and we'll get to that in a second. Tonight, mostly clear skies, maybe just a little bit breezy for us at times. We're talking 6 to maybe 12 miles an hour wind tonight with lows in the lower 60s. It should be very mild for Saturday. Lots of sunshine out there. A few scattered thunderstorms will develop late in the afternoon, early evening. But as I mentioned, enjoy the day. We're going to see high temperatures about 90 to 95 degrees tomorrow. And then on Sunday, a rainy one. This is noon, 6 a.m. rain. Thunderstorms, in fact, throughout the afternoon. We're going to see those continue at about 4 p.m. Cooler, too, for Sunday with high temperatures only in the low 80s. And then even cooler than that, here's a good chance for rain in the morning on your 4th of July. It will lift a little bit in the afternoon, but it's going to be much cooler. High temperatures Monday only in the low 70s, so we will be almost 10 to 15 degrees below normal. And then things start to warm up, wouldn't you know it, as we head back to work on Tuesday. Highs in the upper 70s by afternoon. Heading into Wednesday, once again, a nice ridge of high pressure up and over the Pacific Northwest will warm up on Wednesday into the middle 80s. And as we get you into the end of our forecast, Thursday looks beautiful as well. We will see lots of sunshine all over the western United States. Warmer with high temperatures Thursday in the mid to upper 80s. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. Tonight, 61, very mild as we mentioned. 90 tomorrow with increasing clouds late in the day. 63 our low. Thunderstorms likely throughout the day on Sunday. Cooler, too, with highs around 81, and even cooler than that as we get you into your 4th of July. Sorry to say it, a 50% chance of rain. High temperatures Monday at 72, and then another slow warm-up will begin. Tuesday, 79 with sunshine, and sunshine for both Wednesday and Thursday. 84 Wednesday, and 86 your high temperature on Thursday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
It's the NCWLIFE Community Calendar, brought to you by Clean Connection. The Super Summer Adventure Series returns in July at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. It's all about having fun with science. Wii Science classes for incoming first graders, Secrets of Science for second and third graders, and Wild About Science for incoming 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. Classes begin July 11th. Register now by visiting WenatcheeValleyMuseum.org.
You are driven to succeed. This drive is part of who you are, part of your cultura, your valores. With achievement comes a sense of orgullo. It builds your community. You stand on the shoulders of those who have walked before you, the ones who pushed you to succeed. You have the choice to overcome the challenges that arise in your life. You decide your future. Sí se puede.
We get it. Tent camping can be a nightmare. You freeze all night and sweat all day. Well, now you can ditch the tent and camp in comfort during the Click It RV Tent Trade-In event. Bring us your old tent and get $1,000 towards your RV purchase during the month of July. As always, we've got the best price, selection, and service in the Northwest. Visit any one of our 4 locations in Spokane, Tri-Cities, Moses Lake, or Milton Freewater today. The Tent Trade-In event, going on now at Click It RV.
And now, USA Sports Update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy finally Friday. Seattle got homers from Julio Rodriguez and Dylan Moore and a 3-run triple from Cal Raleigh and an 8-6 win over Oakland last night. The Mariners would need all the runs they could get in the back-and-forth contest, with the A's refusing to go away. Oakland's Ramon Laureano homered twice, while Elvis Andrus added to the homer brigade.
That one is drilled to left field, and that baby is gone. Well, I think Elvis decided, you know what? I'm going to look for a fastball.
Not a bad idea. Center field. Going back is Bolt. Looking up. Bye-bye! Home run for Julio Rodriguez. And the Mariners have a 2-1 lead. Number 13. RBI number 39. Hey now!
Going to have to update his chart. When I first broke in.
There's Demo going large down the line, and bye-bye! A 2-run homer for Dylan Moore, and the Mariners extend the lead to 4-1.
Driven to right. Haggerty back, and that baby's gone.
Flipped it the other way, base hit. Mariners have the lead as Winker scores. Santana will settle down at second. Abraham Toro, a 2 RBI night, and the Mariners have the lead right back at 5-4. Center field, pretty well hit. Bolt going back, and then roll, can't make the play. Scoring is Santana, scoring is Toro. Count, digging for third. He's in there. He's going to try to score, and he will. Cal Raleigh lighting it up here at T-Mobile Park.
Noisy bounces one toward left field, and that's going to get through into left field, and the A's are going to get a run as Murphy comes in to score. Elvis goes to third. It's 8-5. 1-2 pitch, hit in the air, deep. Haggerty near the wall. Haggerty leaps up, and that baby is gone. Ramon Laureano again, a home run the other way, and it's 8-6.
This effort here tonight, the 0-2 pitch. Hey, got him! Paul Sewald closes it down. Mariners win 8-6. They're now 17 out of their last 19 and 4 in a row against the Athletics. A great win to start this 4-game set.
Certainly was. Logan Gilbert pitched 6 innings to earn his 9th win of the season. Manager Scott Service says this was a good team win.
We haven't had many of those 8-6 wins this year. It's not typically how it goes for us, but nice job by our offense tonight to pick up. I thought, Logan, typically he's just so locked in, and I got to give those guys credit. They had really good at-bats tonight. The A's swung the bat well in their last series over against the Yankees, and they continued tonight through some tough at-bats at him. He had a little bit of everything tonight. Line drive back at him, a couple different swinging bunts, a lot going on out there. But he hung in there. We asked him to do and gave us a chance. And really the star tonight on the mound was Andres Munoz. Fantastic job. He is just taking it to another level here. Probably his last 6 to 8 outings. The command, obviously he's got great stuff. Electric fastball, and the slider is one of the best in the league. So he bailed us out tonight when we desperately needed it.
Former Apple Sock Marco Gonzalez will toe the rubber tonight for Game 2 of the 4-game set at 7:10. You can watch it on Root Sports Northwest. Well, Houston and New York made up a game that was missed with the delay of the season. Astros came out on top 2-1. Alex Bregman's 2-run double proved to be the difference for Houston. Astros lead now 11.5 games over Texas in the American League West. Seattle has caught L.A. for third, 12.5 games back. Well, Ryan Mullen, Evan Canfield, and Connor Wilson combined on a 6-hit shutout for the Apple Sox last night to the big 13-0 win over Kelowna. Iva Arquette and Cole Miller each had 3-hit games as Wenatchee won its 3rd series in a row. We get more on the big win for the voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman.
The Apple Sox picked up a 13-0 victory over the Kelowna Falcons on Thursday night at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium to pick up their third consecutive series victory. What a great bounce back for Wenatchee after giving up 6 runs in the first inning on Wednesday. The Apple Sox would go on to score 6 runs themselves, but in the bottom of the 8th inning to kind of blow this game open. Great effort from just about everyone on the team. Cole Miller had 3 hits in the victory. Ivor Arquette drove in 3 runs. Matt Hallback drove in the first 2 in the technically game-winning runs with a 2-run single back in the second inning. And the Apple Sox picked up a simple and easy victory on Thursday night. They'll face Kelowna again next week, Tuesday through Thursday, but first take on the Bend Elks in a pivotal series this coming weekend at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, which includes Saturday night's fireworks game, in which the Apple Sox will have a fireworks show after the 7:05 p.m. contest against Bend. Bend sits 1 game back of the Corvallis Knights for first place in the South Division, with a first-half playoff spot very much up for grabs. With your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
Thank you much, Joel. Evan Canfield earned his second win of the summer on the mound in the middle relief of Ryan Mullen. And as he mentioned, the Bend series starts tonight and fireworks tomorrow night. Go to applesox.com if you want to get tickets on that. Well, the West Coast League play last night. Portland scored 2 runs in the top of the 9th and held on to beat Ridgefield 4-3. Yakima Valley scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning, but came up short in a comeback bid against Walla Walla, falling 5-3. KJ Rufo and 4 relievers combined to hold Corvallis to 1 run on 5 hits as Springfield took 2 of 3 from the Knights, winning last night 3-1. Alex Arnon and Nick Hovland hit back-to-back home runs, and a 4-run 6th inning for Cowlitz helped the Black Bears beat Victoria 7-5. Well, Bellingham will win the West Coast League's North Division title for the first half of the season. The Bells have a 4-game lead over Kamloops with just 3 games remaining in the first half of the season. Wenatchee improved to 11-13 on the season with last night's win. Now, in the South, as Joel mentioned, Ben has a lot to play for this weekend. In the WCL South, the Elks go into the final 3 games of the first half, trailing Corvallis by just 1 game. Ridgefield's also in the hunt at a 1.5 back, while Portland is 2.5 back going into the weekend. While Wenatchee's hosting Bend, Corvallis is hosting Portland. Make that Port Angeles, while the Pickles are entertaining Victoria. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granster. Before I go, I'm going to be on vacation next week. Hopefully you have a safe and sane 4th of July. Make sure it's safe and sane. It's also my anniversary next week. I just wanted to say a happy anniversary to my wife, Marion. She has been an absolute blessing in my life, going on 4 years of marriage coming up next Friday, and I just want to wish her a happy anniversary. Love you very much. All right. Vacation bound I am. Dan will be filling in for me next week, and this guy's going to take over. Grant, back to you.
Eric, happy anniversary. Marion's a gem, and I hope you have a great vacation. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up Tuesday morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. I hope everybody has a pleasant 3-day weekend. I hope everybody has a 3-day weekend. A lot of people have a 4-day weekend. As Grant has already mentioned, no news on Monday, no Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on Monday. We'll be back on Tuesday to wrap up the 3-day holiday weekend and get you going with your weather and your news and your sports general frivolity. Local television, or as we like to say in the business, local TV. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live and local Tuesday, July 5th at 7 a.m. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan, and have a great weekend. And that'll do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for being with us, and have a safe and great 4th of July holiday weekend. News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life channel.
Watch Vibrant Living, brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center. Find out about programs and activities for ages 50 and over, and meet amazing seniors who contribute to our community. New episodes Sundays at 1:30 p.m., replayed throughout the week on the NCW Life channel. Get your body moving. Tune in for Vibrant Motion, featuring low-impact aerobics hosted by Connie Townsend. These workouts are great for all ages. Vibrant Motion brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center, weekdays on the NCWLIFE channel.